Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome back to the Suffolk Crunch YouTube channel. My name's Rich. Hope you're well. Hope your Monday's going good. Massive shout out to everybody who's watched Sunday Stroll so far. We're nearly at 2K. If you haven't watched it, go over and have a look. Smash the like button. Loads of comments on there, so get involved in that. And also, please like this video and please subscribe. Anyway, this is the first of two I'm going to do today. I was going to do a Leif Davis as my pen rolls over the draining board. I was going to do a Leif Davis video, which I'm going to do after this one, but thought I'd definitely jump on. And the hot topic today, Ref Watch on Sky Sports News. I don't know if you've seen it. You probably have. Dermot Gallagher, you absolute tool. So obviously talking about the non-award of the penalty to Connor Chaplin. So here we go. I'll just read what was on Sky Sports News that I've tweeted. Incident. Leicester's Abdul Fatwa barged into Ipswich's Connor Chaplin in the box. Penalty appeals were immediately waved away. Dermot says, here we go. The VAR did check that because I listened to it. It was felt the referee's on call was the correct call. He makes the call and there's not enough to overturn. We asked earlier in the season for referees to make decisions, and if you look at the referee, he has the perfect position and he immediately waves it away. When the VAR asks him what he sees, he will relay that back. They said it was not a clear and obvious error, so the game went on. If I was the VAR, I don't think I could get involved. Right, so I'll just take you back to Everton at home when Jack Clark goes down in the box and Michael Oliver gives the penalty, right? This is saying here it was not a clear and obvious error, right? So back to the Jack Clark penalty against Everton. I think we can all agree it's soft. What I would say is that the Jack Clark incident, is that a clear and obvious error? In my mind, no, it's not. So VAR shouldn't have got involved in that. Right. And then we fast forward to Saturday. Is that a clear and obvious error that Tim Robinson has not given that penalty? In my mind, personally, I think he should see it in real time, right? I think he's got a good position. I know Jack Clark might have obstructed his view a little bit, but I don't think he's in his way. So the question I would be saying, why has that not gone to VAR? Why has that not been, we think you might have made a mistake, just go and check it. I don't think there's a fan in that ground who were wearing the town colours who probably didn't think it was a penalty. Leicester fans might think a little bit different, and I see a lot of them online saying the Dewsbury Hall won on Boxing Day at Portman Road. Now, I think that's a penalty that day, but there is one clear difference. In the Championship last season, there's no VAR. In the Premier League, we have got VAR that can get involved, and you've only got to look at the West Ham Man United game the weekend before when Michael Oliver is on VAR then. Now, that isn't a penalty, and I don't know what he's interpreted. He's got the ref to go and look at that screen, and somehow the referees reversed his decision, and that's a penalty. So I'm really, really struggling. What is a penalty nowadays and what isn't? As far as I'm concerned, and it's not just because I'm a town fan, I just think this is the fourth decision, I think, this season. We had two at Man City first day. That's Silvino on when Leif Davis fouls him. That goes to VAR and gets overturned. The Leif Davis one at the other end just before half time and he gets cleaned out. Doesn't get checked. Well, VAR say that it's not a penalty, and it clearly is. And then we have Everton, Jack Clark. Then we have Brentford. The Brentford penalty, which starts outside the box and then finishes inside, and then the Harry Clark second yellow, which you can't appeal. Now, for me, second yellows, when they have as much influence on the game, like the Clark one and like Calvin Phillips on Saturday, I think you should. There should be something there where you can you can have a look at it. I think everybody's seen that on Match of the Day. That even Gary Lineker, who's normally got his Leicester City shirt on, even he said that wasn't a second yellow. So yeah, look, I'm struggling to the standard of refereeing. I mean, when they're all closing ranks, and you've only got to look at Stephen Warnock's reaction this morning when he's actually laughing, and it's like he said, like, Dermot Gallagher reckons they've collided. Well, they haven't, because Connor Chaplin shifted the ball onto his left foot to get away from him, and he's just crashed into him. It's I didn't want to come on here and rant and rave, and Leicester fans say, "Oh, look, Town fans are being salty." I don't think we are. We just want it to be fair. And then when you're looking from the outside, when we're not in the Premier League, and you see like your Wolves get quite a lot of decisions. Nottingham Forest last year, three in one game. You think, yeah, but these things happen, don't they? But when it happens to you, and it's happened 3 weeks running, you're thinking, come on, something's not right here. I'm not saying by any stretch of the imagination that these refs are not honest, but I think if that's the big clubs, they're getting them calls, and because it's little old Ipswich, I don't think we're getting them. But like I say, like the one on Saturday, 2 wrongs don't make a right. You know, it's a penalty, and then it goes to the Calvin Phillips yellow, second yellow, which has a massive impact on the game. Well, if it doesn't come to that and you give the penalty, that doesn't happen. We could miss the penalty. We'd still have 11 men on the pitch. So I just feel like I've been seeing online, and I said online on Saturday night, the journey is definitely better than the destination, because now we're here in the Premier League. We see what it's like week after week. Is it enjoy? There's a question for you in the chat. Are you enjoying the Premier League ride? Because I'll say honestly, I'm not. I just think it's a wash with money. You've got to have. We've spent 104 million. I mean, we could have spent double that. I just think it's a real struggle. And when you're a team like Town, and we're struggling, and we need to be playing at a maximum, but then you just hope on that given day that the officials actually do their job. And on Saturday, Tim Robinson didn't do his job. But what comeback is there? Nothing. He walks off the pitch. He might have 28, 29,000 Town fans singing shit referees or shit referee, and that's what he was on Saturday. He gets no comeback. They close ranks. We don't hear from him. We might hear Howard Webb on his ref show come out. But it's like when we go to football, who do you go and watch? Do you go and watch the players, or do you have to go and watch the ref? Because I think sometimes these referees think that people are going to watch them, and it's all about them. And we see that on Saturday after the non-penalty. After that, it just becomes a bit of a circus. So I'd say I'm not enjoying the Premier League. We all want to get here. We all want to get here because there's lots of money. And then you get here and it's a bit, yeah, I'm just not enjoying it. So get me back to the Championship, where we can have no VAR, go to games, enjoy it, get some wins. But look, obviously I want to be here. Obviously I don't want to go down. But it's not an enjoyable experience so far. And that probably doesn't help because we're not winning. And it definitely doesn't help when officials are not doing their job. Anyway, rant over. Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe.